Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Endless Space 2. I think we're in pretty good shape here. We're going to wrap this game up quickly, much quicker than we wrapped up the science game. So really, we don't need to worry too much about things that are going to not bring us benefit in the next 15 turns, right? We are already at a rate of dust gain here. 44k per turn. We are a little bit short of 600,000 to go. So, like, we should probably try to rush these. That's worth spending dust on. We should probably... Honestly, in a lot of places, it's going to start being... this is going to start being political theater time. It might be that, like, pretty much everywhere now. It's weird that that's not adjusting the numbers. It should be adjusting the numbers. The way those things usually work is it immediately zeroes out your industry and converts it. Guess it's going to have to sit in the queue for a second. Like, do we even want to finish these? Or do I want to just convert these guys both to political theater? It's going to be quite a while before we can get the 10% influence, or the 10% dust boost. I don't know. Also, I suppose it is worth negotiating a trade agreement with everybody at any stakes. So, like, what's up with you? Do you wanna hook me up with a trade agreement here? We can be friends. Hold on. Do you know how to make trade companies? I can never remember who we taught and who we didn't. Okay, it looks like I made the deal with them at some point. Would you like a really great tech for it? We can afford to trade off these extremely high tier techs now because, like, there's no way the AI is going to be able to take advantage of this in a meaningful way before the game ends. Bam. Good for me. Good enough for me. Give me that trade agreement. You.
I am pleased to speak with you. May Tonatsi bless our discussions.
I'm sorry, is he being nice to me? What on earth is happening here? Very unsettling. Okay, apparently we're great friends. This is very strange. I don't know, man. Give me your dust. Give me 5,000 of your dust. I don't even think that dust acquired through trade counts toward the victory type, but I feel like we should take his dust. It's the principle of the thing. It would be disrespectful not to milk him for all he's worth. Is that how you treat a friend? I don't think so. We're getting pretty close here. It's like 3,000? Yeah, that'll do. Alright, trade agreement. No trade agreement.
In this cosmos we have come to understand. You're not one of them.
I think these guys are going to be difficult about it. You can see they would be very unhappy to upgrade our relationship level. Here's some commercial frameworks for you. And then also... what's a nice top-tier thing we could give them? Exavolt beam focus. It turns out everybody loves it. You don't want to be the only person who doesn't have distributed energy. You look like a fool. Okay, and you.
Second thoughts. Came up with a retort too late. I see.
She making... I thought we were friends, lady. Thought you and I were cool. It looks like we... yeah, she already has the tech. Then... gonna make you the same deal I made everybody else. Nobody's refused it yet. Some people needed a little bit of massaging, but you know, that's just the business. That's how things are. Okay, so, trade agreements with everybody. Weird, it's not showing a trade agreement with him?
Nazi's blessings.
Wait, did we not... Did he refuse? Is that what happened there? Huh. They signed. Yep, they refused.
Even old friends sometimes see our nation is pleased.
This time they
I
signed.
still don't trust you.
I am pleased.
Wait, this time he signed. I didn't give him cultural frameworks. Sorry, did he... does he have it? Okay, no. Well, here's a gift. Just take this. Just take this thing.
Assume you had a reason.
Okay, There we go. So now I have trade agreements with everybody, and who knows, maybe they'll buy out some trade companies and stuff. So, first of all, okay, Numeris are boosted. Our trade companies are producing as much as they can. So what does a man do in this situation with 12,000 dust? I guess I try to use it to rush distributed energy in places. What is the highest income system that is currently building one of those? Acellus. Alright, that's our priority. Obviously, 586 is a little harsh, but remember, a tenth of this is going to come off every turn, and we have stuff we can sell. Honestly, I'm done with system improvements. I'm done with things. I'm done with all kinds of stuff. We barely need any of this anymore, actually. Alright, 47k per turn. There's going to be a couple of turns before we can buy that out. We probably should just convert these all to directly to income. It's true, I am close to achieving victory economy. I would say that that is a fair assessment of the situation. Not that we need the approval at this point. I think we're pretty clear that we are not going to be... yeah, sure, man. It's pretty clear that we're not going to be losing approval in any other ways. We're not going to be doing any more expansion. There's really just no reason to. Do you have access to to dust anywhere? You have access to that. Where you at, Thea? Ah, heck, which one's Thea? You know, we get into this situation sometimes where I don't know where the heck all of my stuff is. Thea is this one. Okay, yeah. Extra resource generation sounds actually pretty good here. A valuable resource.
The wrath of the church is...
Alright. That's cool. Feel wrath or whatever. I'll be honest with you, I don't remember what you said. Yeah, just political theater. In a lot of places, it's just everybody go to political theater. Right, because that's another almost 750 dust. I'm not going to bother doing that math. Frankly, don't feel like it. Here it's pretty good. Here it's pretty good. Yeah, I think we've done a really good job of pushing through most of the dust improvements in the places where they matter. We ended up not using super light content at all, but not because, you know, we ended up not using super light content at all for good reasons. Not because I got lazy, but just it ended up never being right to do it. Because the AI was very aggressive about, constantly being at war with me or whatever. Whatever it had to do to prevent it. We could, at this point, push to buy this out. That's a thing we could do right as the game ends, just to show the Riftborn who's boss for, being our friend and everything. How dare they? But also, we could not do that, because it actually doesn't matter. Over here on Gaikon, we're pushing out those behemoths as quickly as we can, and then I'm gonna throw political theater in the queue behind those as well. This is pretty good, though. This system's pumping out 6k per turn. And it's only gonna get better. Economic behemoths are great, it turns out. Behemoths in general, pretty great. Sure, do that. Oh, I guess we're working on tech too. Oh, we're almost pushed up into this final tier. That's neat. Doesn't matter, but it's neat. And we definitely just throw political theater in everywhere now. Yeah, a lot of these systems have a lot of industry. This is going to turn out to be a fair amount of extra dust. We're at 55k per turn now. Oh man, we were just about to pick up Infallible Authority, which is a great skill. didn't even really get to take advantage of our, what do you call it? Of our good Vodyani heroes. Could not remember Vodyani there. Alright, so Celis. This is down to 517. We probably still cannot get close to that buyout. And, like, honestly, even if we went through and we adjusted all these systems to be doing political theater, all the systems where this thing is going to finish quite late, I'm not certain it would take a turn off our timer. We're talking about a pretty small percentage of our overall dust gain here. Or rather, gaining an amount that is a pretty small percentage of our overall amount.
Continued friendship with you.
That's true, we do love harmony. Harmony is good for business. This, you know, depends on what business. Sure. I'm not reading that. Listen, do I look like the kind of person who, you know, can read? I don't think so. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and convert all of these. They're just not going to finish in time. We barely have the resources to buy out the one thing that we're thinking about. See, there you go. That's how that's supposed to work. It's supposed to adjust instantly. Eridanis, we can, I guess, let finish. But you're over the line, I've arbitrarily decided. Yeah, Rhea. Too late. We spent all these resources, and we're not actually going to get the value out of them. But I think the game just ending too quickly. Over here on Decky, I understand where you're coming from on all this, but hear me out. What if you just made dust? Also, the idea of political theater damaging the actual effectiveness of the society that it is a part of makes a lot of sense to me right now. Yeah, okay. Those three. So it'd be 8 turns before we would unlock Wealth of the Endless. And I don't think... Are we going to get 8 more turns? Because we've continued to accelerate here. We now need a little bit less than 500,000 at 65k per turn. And growing. I think the answer is no. I think we are not, in fact, going to get there. So 451, we might be able to get to 451. We're just gonna... Oh, yeah, actually, I, like, underestimated our... I underestimated the amount of resources we were producing each turn. Holy crap, did I? Wow, look at all this money! This is a little bit crazy. Also, 2 Eden Incense, because we create 0.3 per turn. Okay, so that's the amount of money we actually have. Let's go look at our systems. Right, the economic behemoths. Can we rush one of those out? 365? Probably able to do this next turn, actually. And then we can, from there, think about rushing out some of those distributed energies that we were working on. Okay, because the cost for this now is 395, and we've produced all this stuff, 131 mushrooms per turn. It would be really cool if that message isn't somebody declaring war on me. I'd just be, like, overjoyed.
Hey, how's it going?
Okay, cool. Great. I've never been so happy to see you. As when you don't declare war on me. You can gain a considerable amount of industry, which will turn into mostly dust. You have run out of useful things to pick up. You actually just don't have any skills that matter anymore. We can remove his upkeep. Yeah, minus 25% upkeep on hero. Why is this only minus 10% upkeep? Yeah, like, this is better if your hero's in a ship. It doesn't matter. Die, you're just out of value there. This is this is pretty good. 9.2k from this one system. We are definitely seeing the highest dust values I've ever seen from a single system. At least I believe that's the case. 74k per turn. 76. Ublart Sasius would like to increase his effectiveness. How about you get some of that?
Horatio feel
Yep, we're all friends here. Why do you keep leveling? Stop leveling. I have nothing for you, man. I will not do that, ever, under any circumstances. You are on your own, which is exactly the way I like you. So yeah, here on Eridanis, we could rush this out. And I think with that, probably we're good. Yeah, we have very, very little to gain. And I don't feel the need to keep optimizing. I think at this point we're not going to be able to reduce this by any more turns. But we got it pretty low, didn't we? So it seems like they may not have increased the difficulty of the Dust Victory by quite as much as they increased the difficulty of the Science Victory. Although I will say that we had a really amazing start. What is this nonsense? Sure, science. Give me that science. I love it. I love all of the science. And also, we really don't need the amount of influence we're producing. Yep, still imminent. If anything, it's more imminent than it used to be. Okay, you're all done. Juggernaut Battle Upgrade is progressing. Did we pick up? We did pick up the ability to make another economic behemoth. You know what? It's not worth doing that. It's not worth pulling off political theater here. Because with political theater, we are producing over 10,000 dust per turn on this system. And there's just not that many turns left. This is bananas. Plus 125% all resources on the system. We have not seen the AI do anything like this with the 5 behemoths all orbiting the same place. Oh, you know what? There's a bunch of systems where we are currently in Edenization mode where we could swap them over, but that's a little late at this point.
The Sun God wonders what is on your mind.
Feeling sneaky, huh? Well, whatever sneakiness you're planning on doing, you better do it quickly there, buddy. I really thought this was going to take longer, by the way. This video is not going to be very long at all. And I haven't picked up a new system in easily 5 turns. I don't know what you're talking about.
We hope that the cold, dark...
So we are 23,000 out. We're looking at 3 turns. A victory somewhere in the neighborhood of turn 116. The cost to buy out that behemoth was 823, right? Are we anywhere near that with all these sales? Man, actually, everything being in demand is pretty nice. We're not that far off. Oh, when did we start getting protospores? Apparently at some point we became aware of the existence of protospores. We're close. We don't have anything left to sell, unfortunately. We could trade with somebody here. By the way, check out the value of these trading companies at this point in the game. We could make a deal with somebody here and like actually get this done. Oh, a quest was completed. Sure. That's cool.
Sun God one.
You're a sly one.
Alright, apparently the Hisho are just going to stand by and impotently shout at me. I suppose that's, you know, if you want to spend your time that way. We are, in fact, going to have 6 behemoths orbiting the home system. This is a real thing that is actually happening. Oh, it was only 852. Oh, right. Back to Cold War. I forgot we were still at truce with them. Hey, look at that. Even more dust. That's an amount that totally matters, right?
Tell us what.
I refuse. He's gonna just immediately declare war on me again, I think. Okay, don't care about that. Don't care about that. So yeah, this was a pretty good time. This, honestly... Okay, yeah, he declared war on me again. Whatever, man. Honestly, that would have been a good time, even pre-patch. So I'm very pleased with that outcome. Let's go ahead and watch the ending cinematic that we have rightfully earned. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the future of Endless Space 2 on the channel. I have said some things already, but we'll get to it.
It looks like the families have wiped all competition from the galaxy, including the old gods. The only problem I have now is what to do with all that dust.
Well, that's not much of an ending cinematic. Also, it's not even really so much that I've wiped all the competition out of the galaxy, it's just that we have ascended to a level such that our previous competition no longer ranks. But, on the whole, a pretty good game. Look at that. This is a real good curve for any resource, honestly. You can barely even see all the other players at the bottom there. Yeah, that was a very successful game. We were still actually getting outscienced by the Sophons. Interestingly, not by the Vaulters. The Vaulters aren't even... Man, the Vaulters are below the Cravers. What a situation to be in. You can see where all of our systems started being full. We just ran out of the ability to grow. Our trade score, is this a dust per turn measurement? We were close to 15,000 per turn at one point. I'm not sure why it turned down. Oh, you know what? We got redeclared on, right? And that broke some of our trade routes, probably? Because there was some stuff that was running through Craver territory. Like our route to the Unfallen. Maybe. I don't know. That might have been it. You can see in a lot of cases the AI just like doesn't worry about approval. Have infinite approval forever. Yep, doing pretty well on heroes. Is this... Hey, when you make graphs, label your axes, please. Is this hero levels, total levels of hero, maybe? Maybe, I don't know. Like, that's a pretty impressive number, but we never saw the Cravers declared war on us 3-4 times? And I don't think we ever actually saw a Craver ship. Obviously, he was taking stuff from the Unfallen, but there's some weirdness going on with the AI. Anyway, what we're doing about Endless Space 2. I'm going to be straight with you here. There's other stuff coming out. I'd like to have a little bit more variety on the channel. Right now, we're running a lot of turn-based strategy stuff. But also, I just don't want to get Endless Burnout, and I'm feeling it a little bit, running Endless Legend and Endless Space every day. So, we're going to take a little break from Endless Space 2. The Endless Legend series is going to keep running. I'm trying to chalk up a victory with the new expansion, with the new community patch, with every faction. And when that ends, we're definitely going to come back to Endless Space 2. We may come back to Endless Space 2 earlier than that. I don't know how long it's going to take. But this is going to be a little break from Endless Space 2. So I know that a lot of people really enjoy this series, and I apologize, but man, oh man, do I not want to burn out on these games I very much like. Yeah, so that's that. I mentioned it a couple of times that I'm going to look into AI mod. I'm going to see if I can maybe make some AI mods. See if I can bang around under the hood here and maybe provide us with a little bit more of a challenge. Because I really like a lot of the systems in Endless Space 2, but the AI does not know how to navigate them. And I get that. It's a complicated problem. I've played a lot of hours of this game, and there's a bunch of stuff that I don't even grasp, like, even a little bit. Not even in terms of, like, knowing how it works. Although that is a problem, you know, with things like the trading companies. But just, like, the strategic implications of what I do know about how things work. So, yeah, I'm dragging it out. That's it for us for today. Partially, I'm dragging it out because this video is 24 minutes long. But I think we learned a lot about the faction mechanics. I think that the behemoths are extremely cool. I think that they have done a good job of answering some of the problems that the game had, like the science victory being too easy, or the supremacy victory being a little bit tedious, having to go everywhere to get everybody's capital. Now you could just blow it up. That's a great solution to a video game problem too. It's like, well, why don't we figure out what the problems with our system are, and then just implement a way to blow those problems up? Problem solved. That's the most video game thing I've ever heard. So thank you all so much for watching, and if you are in love with Endless Space 2, you know, do go get it. It goes on sale on Steam semi-frequently, and it rules. And come back next time for some new stuff, some new different stuff in a totally different genre, I hope. And we'll see you then.